Nowadays, you see so many people online telling you to build your personal brand and telling you that you should start to grow one. But there are actually two problems with this. A lot of people who are trying to start their personal brands actually have no proof whatsoever. They spend years trying to go viral and make it, but they don't. I know because this was me. I spent 3 years trying to go viral and didn't. No one tells you how to actually start building and growing your personal brand if you have no proof. Everyone seems like they're in it for themselves. But that's where I come in. The core principle of business is trying to make something that actually solves a problem or actually helps someone make their life easier, make them more money, etc. There are so many gurus out there just trying to make it for themselves, and they're not actually trying to help you as best as they can. They spread out the information that they deem to be valuable over many, many videos so that you have to watch their entire channel. But that's not what we're going to do today. If you see any people out there trying to give you advice over a long period of time to try to get you to buy more things or trying to get you to watch more of their content, they're a fraud and they have bad business ethics. So I'm gonna teach you in 15 minutes what it takes these clowns about 5 videos and 3 months to try to teach you. So with that being said, how do you tackle the first problem? How do you start posting on social media with no proof? How can a 17-year-old who will be out of a job in 5 years because of AI, by the way, how will they gain the proof that they need like I needed when I was trying to grow on social media? It's simple, and I guarantee you, you will hit yourself for not knowing this sooner. Because the problem was I knew what I was talking about. I had bought many, many courses. I had done research. I knew what I was talking about. I knew the stuff that I was talking about worked. But I didn't actually have any case studies where it worked for me. And I had never done anything super grand with my life. I was only 16 years old when I started, so what could I have possibly talked about? So it took me 3 years to figure this out. If you have no proof and you're just starting out, there are 2 ways you could go with. Number 1, you can cite experts who have done grand things with their life and actually have proof, because that way people don't comment on your videos or people don't say to you, how do you know what you're talking about? Because the people who you are citing and who you look up to, they know what they're talking about. And so no one will question that. And number 2 is documenting building something while you're making content. Or you can do a combination of the 2. So with citing experts, what do? Well, you go through every single course that you've taken, you go through as many YouTube videos as you have previously watched before, and you write stuff down. You write down quotes, you write down actual videos that people can go and watch, and you cite what these people are saying. Could be Alex Hormozi if you're in business niche, could be Dr. Andrew Huberman if you're more into the science niche. But if you cite these experts, then people don't question you, because they wouldn't question Andrew Huberman or Alex Hormozi because they have done big things in life. And so if you're trying to grow on social media and you don't have proof, that is an excellent way of teaching something if you don't have proof yourself, because other people have done it before you, and so it gets verified because they did that grand thing, and then you don't have to. And then for documenting your growth journey, this could be documenting you building a business. This could be documenting you making mistakes, you learning stuff, you actually making money. This is more for if you are building a business alongside wanting to grow on social media. If you want to make social media your living, you would be much better off going to the experts and quoting what they say and teaching what they teach in a different way. But if you're growing a business and you want to grow your social media along with that, this could be teaching or it could be promoting your business at all, you can document. And that's what I've seen a lot of people doing. Sam Sulek did this a while ago and that became pretty popular, but I don't think a lot of people are truly taking advantage of it like it could be. So Sam Sulek, for the sake of example, Sam Sulek goes to the gym and basically just documents his workouts, documents his diet, and documents him leading up to these bodybuilding shows. And everyone loves it because they are on the journey with him. They get to see him improve, they like his personality, and they get real value out of it because when he does his grocery hauls, he gives real recommendations for you if you're trying to build muscle. And especially in the gym, he gives like form tips, he gives sort of what his preference is for doing these exercises. And many people like that because they actually need advice and they just like him in general. And if you see any of his meetups, you can see how many people love his content. He makes so much money off of brand deals and his own clothing line because he is so popular, because he documented his journey from not nothing, but documented his journey to this sort of top of the world. And I think it can be pretty rare to find something like that, but if you do it right, it is very, very possible for you to do that. But once again, if you are just starting out and you just want to grow on social media, there are two ways you can just start to grow on social media. You can educate and you can entertain. Those are the two ways you can make money on social media. With entertainment, you can make money on brand deals and AdSense, more or less, because you don't really have anything you can sell unless it's like merch or something like that. But with educational, you can sell your information that you have in your noggin, or you can sell software, stuff like that. But I think educational is more profitable, but less people will see it. And entertainment is much more popular because more people will watch it, but less people will buy, and you will, at the beginning, make less money because you need to reach millions of people in order to make a substantial income for yourself and become financially free, which I think we all need to start doing. And I think social media is the best way and one of the last ways that we can start to make money and start to get out of this quote unquote rat race, so that when we get into the age of getting into the job force, we can work on our own time. We get to have our jobs not be taken by AI because we are one-on-one connection with the viewer. And also, you get to make a substantial amount of money by posting stuff on the internet. It is an incredible time on the internet to start posting content, because literally one video can change your life. One video on short form or one video on long form. Either way, one of them can change your life forever. And so you should 100% start posting on social media. And if you have any limiting beliefs, I'm going to go through all of the limiting beliefs that I had, and I will show you exactly how to solve them. And so you have absolutely no excuse for not starting social media, and so that you can start social media today and get out of the rat race and make a substantial income for yourself and create possibly generational wealth. So I'm going to go through these limiting beliefs right now. Grab your notebook and write these down, so that if you ever feel any sort of limiting belief, you can go back to your journal and see, oh, there's a way to fix this. So limiting belief number one, I'm scared to post for fear of criticism from family and friends. If you're posting on short form content, post on Instagram trial reels, because that way none of your followers will see it. And you'll get less views, but if your videos are really, really good, it is the best way of going viral. So I would 100% recommend starting out on Instagram trial reels. And if one of your videos pops off, then no one is going to bat an eye if you want to make this your income, because clearly it works. Number two, I'm scared to post for fear of criticism from the public. And for this, I have to say, choose a different way of making money, because you will 100% get criticism from the public. I've gotten criticism more than I can count from the past 3 years of doing it. And I just think it comes with posting on social media. You really can't avoid it. And there will 100% be so many people supporting you out there, and there will be hundreds of more people supporting you than hating on you. But the hates, it kind of gets to you sometimes, and you really have to focus on the good rather than focusing on the bad. Number three, I don't know how to choose my niche. And for that, I have to say, welcome to the club. I have so many things that I want to talk about, but I don't, because that's not how you build a persona on social media. You need to stick with one thing. And if you just switch between a bunch of different things, your audience could love it, but the algorithm doesn't, because your algorithm has a persona of you online. So for example, if you post tech videos and then you go into travel videos, the people from your tech videos will not engage with the travel videos as much, except for like a few core people who really watch you because of you. And so the algorithm will push it to less people. And if you keep doing that, you will sort of get into the spiral of getting less and less views. So you have to really stick with one thing until you start to make a very, very substantial amount of income. And then maybe you can switch it up. But just choose something that you like and start posting today. Number four, I don't know how often to post. At least once a day on short form content and at least once a week on long form content. And you have to do this for at least 6 months. Your life can change in 2 weeks, all right? If you make the right videos and you know what you're doing, your life can change in 2 weeks. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're just starting out and you're just starting to learn how to edit, how to ideate, all that sort of stuff, how to make hooks, it could take up to 6 months for you to make a substantial amount of income. But that 6-month time frame will come around eventually, whether you start posting on social media or not. So why don't you start posting on social media? Your life's still gonna continue anyway, so why not change your life in the next 6 months rather than have your life be the same in the next 6 months? You feel me? All right, next one. I don't know how to edit to make my videos feel engaging. This one takes practice. And I've been doing this for 3 years and I sort of have it down. Like there are so many different styles you can do, but I would say watch 2 tutorials on short form and then on long form, and then watch nothing else. I would say get the basics down of your editing software and then just edit how you want. Like you probably watch so much content on the internet anyway, so you see how engaging it is. And if you really want to deep dive more into it, although I wouldn't recommend that because you should just start doing it and stop learning how to do it. But if you really want to deep dive on how to do it more, you should look at one video and just analyze one video, see what the cuts are, see how often the cuts are, see what B-roll they put on the video, etc. And I guarantee you every single element of that, if that video is viral, is because of that editing stuff that they do. Okay, number 6, I don't know how to get ideas. And for this, I have a great solution. So scroll on your computer so you don't get sucked in for doom scrolling for 15 minutes every single day, and save and write down the scripts of at least 10 videos a day. They don't have to be in your niche, just make sure they are viral and make sure that it can kind of fit the way that you want to make your videos if you flip the script around. Number 7, I don't know how to find my style. I would say your style will come with time. I think if you look back at my videos when I started posting when I was 16, it was very shitty editing and I didn't really have a style. I mean, I had a style of what I was going for, but my style changes over time to more refined, better editing, sort of more quality, you know? So it'll evolve over time if you just keep doing it and keep practicing. Number 8, how do I post if I don't have proof? Well, we talked about this earlier. Cite experts if you don't actually have proof of yourself, or you can build something in public, or do both. Number 9, I don't have any money to start social media as a job and I can't wait 6 months. Well, sorry to say, you have to get a shitty job for 6 months. You will be sacrificing 6 months of your life to have freedom for the rest of your life. And imagine in a few years you're on a podcast and you're sort of looking back on your life and you say to the other podcaster, oh, I remember when I was at a really, really shitty job and now look where I am. So you're welcome for the good PR when you're older. Okay, number 10, what if I post for 6 months and see no progress? Then I guarantee you're doing something wrong. If people post consistently for 6 months, and I mean every single day on short form and once a week on long form, I guarantee you will grow to a substantial amount. You may not start making money, but you will be very, very close to start making money. Which brings me to number 11. How do I make money? UGC, AdSense, courses, communities, one-on-one mentorship, in-person events, brand deals, sponsorships, consultants. Really, the list is endless for how much money you can make and how you start to make that money. Number 12, I still don't know how to continue, and how will I know what to do for my whole career of posting on social media? Well, for that, you can subscribe to me, which is a absolutely shameless plug because I will be teaching you how to do this and also doing it myself. So subscribe to follow the journey, and so that I can give good advice for you from someone who's been doing this for the past 3 years, and also from someone who had his own social media marketing agency, made a bunch of money with doing that, and got good results for my clients. So number 13, is it quick? No, but it is simple. If you post consistently about one topic you like, you will grow. That's just the way that it works. More people will see your video, and the algorithm wants to push your video to more people if it's good content. Just make sure that you have money making in the front of your mind when you're starting to make content. You need to start making money first, and you don't really need to worry about how many followers you have if you're making the kind of money you want to make. If you have 10,000 followers and you're making $100,000 a month, it doesn't really matter how many followers you have. If you have 100,000 followers but you're making $1,000 a month, then there's a problem because you're not money focused. And if you are money focused, that's fine because we're all human, we all need to make a living, and it's okay to admit that. Number 14, I'm not productive. After 3 days, I just won't post anymore and I'll become lazy and stop doing it. Trust me, I was like this for a while. I would post for like 1 week straight and then I wouldn't post again for an entire month. My best advice for this is quitting social media altogether. Not quitting posting on social media, quitting scrolling on social media. That's the reason why I stopped posting on social media at any given time, because I got sucked into my own phone and I got sucked into consuming content rather than creating content. So you really need to start creating content rather than consuming content, because that's how you will grow on social media and that's how you will be consistent. And then finally, number 15, why should I do this? Well, because I think this is genuinely probably your last chance to get rich and quote unquote escape the rat race. Because I was talking to my dad the other day about sort of the state of the world and just the way that I see everything going. And AI is going to take many, many jobs, especially from young people who are going to entry-level jobs and trying to work up the quote unquote corporate ladder, even though I wouldn't want to do that anyway. AI is going to take those jobs, and also there's no trust in leadership nowadays. And so like, why not just do your own thing, you know? So I think this is one of your last chance to get rich and hold assets like property, like materials and stuff like that, so that you can be stable and maybe not have generational wealth right at the beginning, but start to build that over time and create generational wealth for you and your family. But the last thing I really want you to get into your skull is that you are doing this for you. No one's gonna come and help you, and no one is going to help you on this journey and do everything for you. People might help you. I'll say that people might help you, but no one's gonna do it for you, right? No one's gonna post the videos, no one's gonna film the videos apart from you. And so if you don't want to put in the time and effort, I'm sorry, that's your reality, and that's just the reality that you've built for yourself. Because there are people 100 times less talented than you making 100 times the money. And the reason because of that is not because they're talented, it's because they worked harder than you. And I don't want to emphasize like a grind hustle culture, but honestly, if you want to be great in life, you have to work for it. And that's something that I've been struggling with recently, but hey, we're all human. So you have to work as hard as you can and try to build the life that you've always wanted. So go start posting on social media right now. And if you have no idea what to post about this video. Post about me saying how if you have an approved site experts or something like that. Make a video on this video, because I want it to get out to more people, and I want to help more people become more financially free, and also it will help you create your first piece of content. So create your first piece of content, because I've squashed all of your limiting beliefs, and you need to go create content right now so you can become financially free. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.